Hey guys, and welcome to another skill slash money making guide on my channel. So with how well we did with the farming herb guide, I've decided to have another look into another component of the farming skill. And this time I'm going to be looking into farming god grapes with the use of the super growth potions. Now, one thing I did miss off the last video is buying a mystical sand seed. You can buy this for about 10k in a GE and it will teleport you to the Guthix shrine in Al-Kahid, which is the new farming update has been based around. Now, the god grapes are very high priced, especially the Sorrow wines. Guthix is also started to rise a little bit with no real reason because it's no real benefit. So now is a good time to farm the grapevine seeds as well. So grapevines are very cheap. They are currently 1.7k. Before, in a previous life, they were 20k each, and they have crashed because they've been involved in a lot more drop tables. And because of how finicky hops are, a lot of people don't really farm grapes. But today we're going to try and have a go and see how well it does in terms of profit. I'm going to cheat here as well and use protein planks because it will be easier rather than banking and doing it all the time. And yeah, let's see how we go. Now, one thing which is going to be massively beneficial to us is the ability to buy the bountiful harvest. Now, this will give you a chance for additional bonus items, 50% chance in fact, which would be definitely beneficial to us when we're looking for profit. So I've just bought that. I'm also going to go to Play Your Own Farms as well. This is where you can buy your supreme growth potions, along with that place in Al-Kahid as well. You get the growth potions for favor with the Al-Kahid spot, and you get it with beans at the Manor Farm spots. So because I've got plenty of beans, I'm just going to go and buy 10. We'll do a set of 10 as well. Let me just buy it, Farmer's Market. So for this one, it is going to be the sundry ones. That will be for hops. To buy them. Now, the hop plant I'm going to go to is in Yanil, only because it's the one I know which is closest to a bank and also closest to a leprechaun as well. Now, this is a two-step process. The loot you're going to get from the grapevines is obviously the grapes. Now, the grapes you can't sell on the GE, you're going to have to make them into wine, but it's going to be some decent cooking XP and it will just be pure profit as well. Now, what I'm going to also test is in the herblore video, we did use a dwarven tool. We used the harvester. Now, we're going to go see if we can use that in the grapevines. Now, most of the grapevines at the minute are quite expensive. Sara brews always make the Sara grapes high. For whatever reason, the Guthix grapes quite high, and Zami is the lowest, but it's still 1.5k, so it still will be profit. So let's go and grab a dwarven tool. Do we want the harvester? We want to make it resource mode, so we gain double. Right, so this is basically a grapevine. Where is the leprechaun? He's there. Get some ultra compost. Always use ultra compost because it will increase your harvest. Right, so let's get cracking. So other things I've still got as well. I still have the aura. There is no juju farming potion for hops, but as you can see, this is actually going to work and this is going to be mad profit. So with doing 10, it will hopefully give us a nice average of the sort of GP to expect, and we can work out how much we're going to make per patch. But just getting double grapes is going to be mad. Sorrow wines can sometimes be as high as 60k, so there is going to be an awful lot of profit in this. And obviously it's not something you can count for all the time. It's going to be very limited because of how long it takes. Right, to do a grapevine, you need to build a grapevine set, which is going to take 5 planks. And again, this is why I've done proteins, is because rather than having to run back and forth to the bank, I can just sit here and just camp it really quick. So the Master Farm outfit is what's automatically watered grapevines as well. So that is another thing which it will do for you. So we've got ultra compost, it's been watered, the grapevine's built and the seeds are in. So we just use the potion. I'm actually as well really quickly just going to go and bank all these because that will sabotage our results. As always, any money making guide I want to do, I want to make sure I'm doing it correct. And if I ever am not doing it correct, you guys are there to call me out and just see what I am doing. Right, so let's crack through these 10 grapevines and let's see how much money we are going to make. Now again, this is not a consistent money maker. It is if you actually want to do your grapevine runs, but in terms of things like the growth potion and the dwarven harvester, you are limited to what you can do, because if you've got the items, you can do it. If you haven't, you haven't. You'll notice as well, you normally get Zami, as Zami and Guthix are much more looted than the Sara ones. That's why Sara is so expensive. Sometimes as well, with the 120 farming cape, you do have the same proc of where you can note all the produce in one big go. Be careful as well with using the aura to check underneath you, because you have a chance of dropping the grapes below you. And especially with Sara grapes as well, you want to make sure you're keeping all the profits. So there we go. 5 of the planks, and we're going to put in a total of 4 grapevine seeds. So if I'm just to price check that really quickly. So in terms of seeds, we're spending 7k, and I can tell you now we're definitely making more than 7k. So what I'll do, I will run through the rest of these grapevines and I'll come back to you at the end. with a rough idea of what we've got from 10. So we have finished all 10 sets of the Grapevines. As you see, pretty much over 100 for Guthix and Sara, and then 180 of Zami. Zami definitely seems to be the highest out of the lot. We've actually still got some juice left in the Dwarven Harvester. We've actually got 7 charges, which is actually not too bad. And what I'm going to do now is really quickly check the prices of the wines. So if I grab that, 1, 2, 3. And then this will be able to show the amount of profit we're going to have. So just got to let them ferment. And then once they're fermented, we can go over how much we're going to make each. So for the 10 Grapevine hops, we've used a total of 40 seeds. So basically to break even, all we need to make is over 70k. And I can tell you now we're going to make over 70k. So all these have now matured. Sara Wines is currently 68k, which means our stack there is 6.8 mil. Guthix Wine is currently 8.3k. Now these have rose so much and I just don't know why. Which then means that our stack there is 830k. So now roughly we're at 7.6 mil. And then Zami Wines is 1.1k, which are 180 will roughly be about 200k. So 1 mil between these two and 6.8 mil. So that's 7.8 mil in 10 Grapevines, which means we're roughly making 750k a pop. Now, is that better than herbs? Maybe, maybe not. Some herbs are that high price that it makes it more worthwhile to do herbs. But as an option, these are here as well. And all you need is for the Guthix wines to go a bit more up, Zami wines go a bit more up, and Sara wines at some point peaked towards 100k last year. If that happens again and these wines do really pick up price, this option is definitely worthwhile for using your super growth potions. Now don't get me wrong, there are lots of time gates behind this. Obviously you need Dwarven Harvesters, you need the beans or the favor points to get the super growth potions as well. But apart from that, everything is pretty accessible. The aura is nice, and the things like the Master Farmer outfit, you should be getting it during farming anyway, and also the 120 cape. They are nice, but they're not essential. I would say Legendary Green Fingers, or at least a Green Fingers aura, will bring a lot more profit in, as that's the only thing which is going to bring bonus stuff in. The one thing herbs have over hops is that herbs have the Juju Potion, and the Juju Potion allows for double herbs at a period of time as well. And that's what probably puts it ahead of hops. But hops will definitely come ahead if the grapes do have a spike at any time as well. Grapevine seeds are very, very cheap, so I would definitely add this into your herb run anyway. And things with protein planks, you don't need to carry a full invo planks, you can just take them and do that as well. I've always done a grapevine run alongside my herb runs, but it's up to you on what you want to do as well. I just try and make as much money from farming because it is the best skill in the game. So hope you enjoyed. Again, it's another skill and money making video, and if you do enjoy these, please let me know and I'll continue to make them as well. If I have missed anything or any details, I do apologise, but please let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys very soon for the next video.